everybody, welcome to the channel, or welcome back for all you returning viewers. Today I got another Henry Sears and Son. This is a pretty neat little knife. What they call it in their catalog is a dog leg jack. I always thought that was kind of a neat name for this. It's in pretty good shape. It's got some tarnishing, got a little bit of wear on the handles, and there's a slight crack in there. But things are looking good. The bolsters and the not terrible scales there. It looks like these are Delrin plastic. It's got the nickel silver bolsters as mentioned, and some brass lining. And as I drop it, but it's sturdy enough. Brass linings and spacers, real nice. Just a little bit of tarnishing going on in there, but not too bad. Not real straight down the middle or anything, kind of bending over to the show side there, but works really nicely. The blade is in pretty good shape. Got that, I don't know if you can see it too well here, but it's got the Henry Sears and Son, 1865. This spear point blade with the swedging is real nice. It's got great pull, great snap, half stop as you saw. And the secondary blade looks like it was a pen blade, but it's been sharpened down an awful lot. But also great snap and half stops and great pull, I should say, on the last one, and real nice snaps, real solid. All these Henry Sears and Son have been real well made, real no wobble, real sturdy. On this one I thought I would do a little oiling. Sort of a blast from the past. Talk about my grandfather a little bit. I don't have much in the way of new stories. I will say that if anybody wonders what my grandfather is like, or was like, I am a lot like him, except he is a lot more serious than I am. Which is kind of funny. A lot of people know me. My wife would be amazed that there's somebody even more serious than me, but yeah, it's true. He was a lot like me, but didn't laugh nearly as much. When he did laugh, or kind of act out, it always caught me off guard, and would be that much more surprising and memorable when he did. But when he wasn't doing that, he was pretty grumpy, pretty serious. Not a lot of didn't do a lot of fun stuff, in my opinion. My grandfather and I came from completely different worlds. I was born in the early 70s. I was very much a child of the 80s. My music, was 80s, new wave and things like that. I grew up got real interested in computers, and I was a nerd. Whereas my grandfather grew up on a ranch, hunter, fisher, outdoorsman, was in the forestry service. So we were just miles apart as far as just who we were in our personalities and stuff. I don't think we ever clashed with my grandfather. He didn't get any arguments or anything like that. I was always still sort of pretty young when I knew him. I'm making this a little bit dirty with the oil. So it's not like we talked about particularly weighty subjects. We didn't talk much. By all accounts from my father, he loved me a lot. I do often feel like my father was jealous of my grandfather's love of me, because my father and my grandfather did not have the best relationship. But I didn't, he passed away, and I think I was 25, so I wasn't super young when he passed away, but I didn't, we weren't buddies, but we never really, fought or clashed or anything. It is kind of a source of, regret would be a strong word, but my grandfather didn't really pass anything down to me as far as wisdom or anything. Hunting, I don't even think I ever fished with him. The most we did, we would go visit places when I went up there. We would go to museums and things like that. My grandmother being the main driver of that, and he would just tag along. So he gave me these pocket knives, which I'm eternally grateful for. I've mentioned before. He did not mean for them to go to me, and by that I mean he didn't put in any kind of will or anything for these to go to me. He didn't. I don't even think he had a will at all. They just went through the normal process, and they ended up in my father's possession, and my father had them for a long time until he passed away in 2023. So, I don't have stories of, oh, my grandfather passed this knowledge down to me, or passed these pocket knives down to me. He just was what it was. Is what it is. I'm grateful. It's a funny thing. I'm grateful, but it's hard to be grateful for something that wasn't particularly meant for me, if that makes any sense. My grandfather, I never got the sense that my grandfather wanted me to have these pocket knives or anything. My father did not really want me to have them. He asked me what I was going to do with them. Said I would probably sell them and keep a few, and he didn't like that. I think he would I don't know. It's hard to say. I think he might have thought that I was just gonna take them down to a pawn shop and sell them a little bit, and that would be it, which I didn't mean. I pretty much meant what I'm doing now, which is I would do as much as I could to honor them, but as others have mentioned in the comments, and I have mentioned before, stick them in a box, and I'd be too busy, and there's just too many for me to take care of. So I feel like this is the best option for them, which is to, get as much value as I can out of them to take care of my family now. But, sell them, essentially, but in the most respectful way that I can. Despite, I still keep getting corrosion out of there. Despite all that, I don't think my father would like that I was selling them. I'm gonna try something here. I don't know. I don't think I've shown this off, but this might be a surprise to viewers of the channel. But, well, bam. I got some. This tarnishing keeps coming off this thing, so let me see if... Let me see what this will do. But yeah, so my grandfather and these pocket knives... it's complicated. And it's not to say that I don't appreciate my grandfather and things like that, but we just are on different wavelengths, and that's the way it was. So it's kind of disappointing and sort of a missed opportunity. But I do remember that my family on that side, they weren't real open. Later years, I would ask my grandmother about family history and things like that, and she just didn't want to talk about it. My grandfather's just kind of the same way. When you ask him for advice or this advice, he would just be like, I don't know, kind of thing. So, yeah, a lot of this tarnishing coming off of here. Kind of funny. I'm going to leave it at that, I think. I'm going to clean, before I put it on eBay, I'm going to clean it up a little bit more and stuff like that. But I'm not trying to get these things to completely shine and be pristine. I took a bunch of that corrosion off, but that's, I think, as far as I'm going to hit it. Plus, I think this video is getting a little bit long, so I don't know who's still watching, but yeah. So my grandmother, I wish I had stories of sitting on the back porch and talking about hunting and fishing and things like that. And it's not like I've never gone hunting and fishing. I've done plenty of outdoors activities and things like that. It just wasn't my main thing. But I don't have any great stories of we were out hunting one day and he passed down this great advice, or he was showing me these pocket knives and explain the history. Nothing like that. And that's why I kind of say it's kind of a missed opportunity. But probably for both of us, I didn't make a huge effort to ask him about that stuff, and he didn't make a huge effort to provide it. We just were on two different wavelengths, and that was about it. Anyways, I could go on and on about that kind of stuff. But yeah, my grandfather, I take a lot, my mannerisms and things like that are a lot like my father. And of course, he got his mannerisms from his father. So that's why I say, if you want to know what my grandfather was like, he was a lot like me. I was a lot like him. So, yeah, I hope that wasn't too boring. I don't know if everybody's made it this far, but thanks for listening. Good therapy session today on this one, and talked a little bit about this pocket knife, but there you go. Hope you enjoyed the knife. Those snaps are really nice. All right, guys. Yeah, and the handles are dirty and stuff like that. I'm going to clean them up a little bit more after this video, but there it is. There it is for now. Thanks for watching, and thanks for putting up with this. Thanks for listening. Thanks for being a little fly on the wall in my own therapy session here. So I will talk to you next time. Bye now.